first of all, just let me thank you. Can I call you David or
Sure.
Mr. Bonnet?
No, Dave,
Oh,
Dave is
David.
perfect.
Okay. Thanks for doing this interview with me. A little introduction about you. You're not only are you the co-founder of GeoCities, but you're a life master at bridge.
Yeah, I am. You play
And
bridge?
I don't. I'll have to try it. Uh,
Okay.
you're an art collector, a runner. More importantly, I think you're someone with integrity who strives to remain true to yourself. Um, I think you right now you perform more roles than a Swiss Army knife.
Mhm,
you,
mhm.
you're the chairman of your own philanthropic foundation, many other organizations, trustee for other prestigious organizations. You also manage and founded Baroda Ventures. Are you still managing that?
I am, Stan. Yep, I'm still active. Absolutely.
I I'm surprised you had time for this, but thank you
Of
again.
course.
So from my understanding, you've been interested in computers from an early age, but what made you dive into the internet so early on? Any?
Very good question. My career was in software and tech. Always had a big curiosity about really before, I had a curiosity about the telephone system and how it connected people. I was a ham radio operator,
Oh,
Stan. So I've got a background in this curiosity about how people connect electronically, electrically and electronically. So uh, once you could attach a modem to a computer, I thought, well, that's pretty awesome. So I had a 300 baud modem, and I started to, connect to proprietary bulletin board systems, and then the very early days of AOL and Prodigy and CompuServe, and just opened up a whole new world where the computer wasn't this inert machine. It was a portal to a way to connect with other people. So I had a long background in, wanting to learn more about communication technology and a lot of experience with the online services like AOL, Prodigy, CompuServe, BBSs. And when I first started reading about the web, very first time in the early 90s, I thought, wow, this could be really cool. So that's how I got started.
yeah, it was. I remember when it like in the early '90s, it was like brand new. It was just so exciting.
Right.
And I also know you've been like very active. You've been an activist for gay rights.
Correct.
Has that shaped your experience or decisions in the tech industry or anything with like GeoCities?
That's really thoughtful. If I step back, I think that, even the ability to communicate with each other, no matter what the medium is, whether it's the internet or even the now with texts and et cetera, it's about reaching out and making connections with people that, you might have a similar interest with. So, um, I grew up in Chicago, then I came here to California to go to school, to go to USC, and I'm on my way to USC. So when I was in college, I came out as a gay man, and it was a struggle, for sure. It was a different time, and at that point, I really was looking for ways to connect with other gay people, and so you could do that through AOL and the other online services, and but I had a career. I went to college, I went to graduate school, I had a career in software and tech, and got my MBA. So I had a career in finance and software, and so but I was also a gay man. So um, all that sort of came together when I started to build GeoCities to provide a platform for people, no matter who they were, to find other people of similar interests. So sort of happens that way for anybody. We all have an identity, we all have interests, we all have characteristics, and so for me, that's just one of them. And it was blended all in with the other things that I do and I'm passionate about, and that's how it came about.
Yeah, so not only I think like your history, your experience with that is I think it from my research anyways, it seems like that really spurred you to get into philanthropy. I would say it's more like philanthropic activism is more like what you do or what you're very into. Would that be accurate?
Good point. I grew up, my philanthropy is wide-ranging. Clearly there's been an important focus on LGBT civil rights, but it's broader than that. It's social service, social justice. It's voter education, voter registration. It's gun safety and anti-gun violence. It's socially responsible mass transit. So um, it's a broad range, just like you, and you have a family and there's a variety of things you're interested in, just like me. So that's been one of them, but that's been a very important one, clearly, but it falls within this bigger umbrella of social justice, social service, activism.
Um, so how do you decide which causes you support through your foundation and like what impact have you noticed an impact from your efforts?
I hope. We've been doing it a long time, so I hope. I set up a set of program areas right from the beginning, which you can see on the foundation. And so that's our structure, that's our template. And initially we would get grant requests for the various program areas, anti-gun violence work, voter education, LGBT rights. And I've got people that would review those grant requests, and I would allocate, I want to do a certain amount here, a certain amount there. And then they would look and talk to the people that made the grant applications, and we decide which ones fit within our objectives and which ones do we think we can be most effective. And that's how it started 25 years ago, and that's how it still works today.
So with all your philanthropic experience, I'm sure you've explored effective altruism. I'm not like terribly knowledgeable about EA myself, but right now it's getting a lot of buzz. Although I don't think your work like aligns perfectly with EA, I think their community could gain a lot of insight from someone with your experience. Do you have any, I don't know, maybe you have some comments, critiques, suggestions on effective altruism?
Tell me,
The
tell me about that. Tell me about that community and what they think it represents or what you think it represents.
well, I'm not an expert. I just know it's like they do like research based, science based philanthropy, like which is the best way to allocate resources to the most effective way to help people. Um, like it's I don't know, it's there was Sam Bakeman got there was a scandal with him. He was big in EA and
Sure.
it's just got a lot of buzz. I just thought you might have had some thoughts about it, but
Sure. Well, um, I mean, I'd say one of the most effective altruisms is um, you see someone who's by the side of the road and they're having a trouble changing their tire. You stop, you say, "Gee,
right.
do you need help changing your tire?" That's the most effective. Or somebody that is homeless and they need money for food. You hand them money. So there's nothing more effective and direct than that. Um, so people like to put a lens or a new moniker or name on philanthropy. Great. However you want to do it, good for you. Is if you have a spirit of trying to be altruistic, whatever you call it, have at it. I mean, it's fine with me. I don't call mine anything but trying to help make the world a better place. So, and trying to lift people up. So that's how I look at it. But I don't criticize. I mean, I support people who say EA is your thing. Good for you, because there aren't enough people that do anything.
Yeah.
And that's how there's all sorts of stuff like this with environmentally responsible altruism, et cetera, et cetera. Great. As long as someone's involved in something that helps make the world a better place, good for you. I'm all for it.